Hello everybody, my name is A Space. We're going to continue doing some testing, doing T2 Solo Dark in a hybrid tanked, rocket fit, dirt cheap Hawk. Now it's not costing 49 million, it actually costs a lot less than that because we've got actually some loot from a previous run right here. So this was the previous run we did. If we can grab the loot right here, it's 12 million from one run. Put this in the junk right here. Then what is it worth? Well, 37 million, almost 38 million. So dirt cheap fit right here. T2 Solo Darks, earning really dankisk. That right there, you saw 12 million was just one site right there. So you earn this ship back super fast. I'm going to continue doing testing because I've not tested this ship against all spawns, but I've tested against all spawns in exotic sites. And it works pretty well, but in some waves it can be a bit sketchy because of certain waves, like Triglavian waves, to Kikimora specifically, kiting you a lot. That is a bit annoying, but in the dark side it'll be a bit less of an issue because you're going to be faster and the optimal range of the enemies are going to be reduced. So you'll have an easier, they'll have a tendency to want to get close to you and you'll be able to do damage to them with your rocket. Hopefully, that's the main hope. The issue I had before in my previous run with this fit in the T2 Dark was that certain waves like Damaviks, they go so fast. In the dark sides it's amplified, they're going even faster. My rockets, sometimes they weren't even the enemies were in range, but they were like outrunning my rocket. So that was a bit frustrating, but it was sort of solved by just approaching the Damaviks. So it sort of worked all right in the end. I mean, I was able to get through the waves in a timely fashion. I mean, it wasn't fast, but it was not like deadly slow either. Like I would die if I was I was slow, that I would eventually die if I were to continue doing that. I was like averaging 5 minutes, a little bit under 5 minutes per room. So it was pretty smooth. I like that you got a really cheap ship right here that is able to earn some decent amount of ISK. And that's something I just really like. It's really great. So we're going to continue doing testing right here. Got some Agitated Darks. Undock right here. And go to the safe zone. Javelin and Mjolnir. If you're curious what this Mjolnirs are for, it's for the Rogue Drone Battleship because he has big shield, big armor, and also big structure. And just what I mean is he's tanky in all types of tanks. So his shields have actually a very high kinetic resist, and we do we've got good kinetic damage with Rage Rockets right here because the Hawk gets a natural bonus to kinetic missiles. Thing is, he's got pretty high resist, the Rogue Drone Battleship. So what we do is his shield has actually a really low EM resist, and so we're going to capitalize on that by using the EM missiles for him in particular. Even though we do less damage with the EM missiles, the Mjolnir rockets, they still are a lot more effective against the Rogue Drone Battleship's shields. That's why I keep them specifically for that wave. Go to the buy competitive cache, Tangling Dama. We'll go for Tangling Dama first. I think that'll be a good target. Let's take them out. Spark Needle and Strike Needle. So this is what I'm talking about. The bit frustrating thing is our missiles are not able to really keep up properly. So we're sort of going to have to approach so that we can properly do damage. Right now we're doing some damage. But it's a bit annoying when they're just well, our missiles are just too slow. They're not able to keep up with them. The Damaviks is flying faster than our missile speed almost. But if you approach, it seems to help a bit. The only annoying thing about it is that it's nice to be able to move while you're attacking them, because then you can go to the biocommittive cache or something. So it's not like when you've destroyed all of them, then you're just in the middle of nowhere. You want to go to the biocommittive cache, save a bit of time. Well, that's what I would want to do. Take out this tangle over here. Pop this guy real quick. There we go. This guy. The tank is just so good. They're missing all the time, so it's hardly challenged at all. And even then, if it is challenged, we do have a decent amount of tank because we have 8.3k buffer plus the shield boosting capability of the ship, which naturally are very high with the Hawk's bonuses to shield boosting. So overall, we have a very tanky ship right here. Let's see, will they hit? No, they're not hitting. Okay, hitting a bit now. Yeah, good. Oh, it's a bit boring right here, just spamming missiles, hoping some of them hit. Look at that, they're not hitting. You see that? They're disintegrating in the mid-air. They're going 3.7 kilometers a second. They're not able to hit properly. It's really annoying. Let's go a little bit to the side right here. Use the Q command. Can move a little bit like this. Go in a bit of an arc. Maybe. Can hit a bit more. That's really annoying to see. Okay, there, popped. I'll go to the buy competitive cache. I think these rogue drones are a bit easier to hit. Yeah, look how quickly they went down, just in a few volleys. Unlike the Damaviks, like absolute units to get through those guys. Okay, let's go and get the cash. 3.72 million. Decent. Reload missiles. We've got 5-minute completion time basically. A bit on the slow side, but it's okay as long as I think the general rule of thumb is just below 5 minutes. That's good. At least in the T2s. In the T6s I'm a bit more generous. I say okay, under 6 minutes or something like that is good. Let's go to the back of cache. Velas, they like to get in real close. Oof, they're 4K a second. How are they this fast? They're attacking on cloud? I'll just grab the loot first so we don't have to think about that. I'll have to think about this. 2.6 million, okay. Okay, nothing's hitting right here. Really unfortunate. So we're going to want to go a little bit to the side maybe. Okay, there, pop. We'll go for these tangles actually. They're making it a bit more difficult for us to keep up. So we'll go a little bit like this. And look at that, he's going crazy speeds all of a sudden. I think he's got like an MWD. And he sometimes decides to activate it, sometimes he doesn't have it activated. Ugh, that's annoying. Like, look at that, they're right next to us, but we're not able to hit them. That's really frustrating, actually. We could use maybe Javelin.
The module has run out of charges.
You might actually have to use Javelin because this is just so bad. Little frigates we can't hit anything with these guys. It's really bad, actually. I was thinking it's going to be a lot better than this, but this is really bad. In terms of applicability, this is not what we want. This is definitely slower than exotic by a big margin. Unless we're somehow able to solve this, this is going to be really annoying. I mean, it's not like this is taking forever. We're doing damage, and it's not taking it like so long that we're going to probably die to the timer. But it feels really inefficient what we're doing right now. There must be some way to do this properly. Just to look at his speed, 3K a second. I can't keep up with that. Especially when I'm getting webbed as well. Okay, good. Go for this tangle over here. Yeah, this is really annoying right here. Alright, look at that speed. We should probably go for the Javelin because this is ridiculous. It's not. We're not able to get this to work properly. The speed, like we're almost approaching the 5-minute mark, and we've only destroyed, what is it, 2 Damaviks? At least with Javelin, I think we'll be able to hit something. Are they able to hit? Yeah, they're able to hit here. It's not a lot of damage, very low DPS. 191, but at least it's hitting. It's a bit quicker as well. Well, it looks like the animation looks a bit quicker. Yeah, look at that. A lot quicker now. It feels silly using this kind of ammunition at this kind of range, but it's just the way it works in the dark side. I don't know if you guys have any tips what I could do to improve this, but it's just even though on paper it's a lot more DPS to use the Rage rockets, but it is just so much easier, quicker using this, or at least a lot more consistent. Look at our range, 23 kilometers. That's how much range we need effectively when we're just at 5 kilometer range, because they just travel such a big distance. And I think it could be that there's also they also have a faster velocity. We can check right here. With transfer conduit. Let's see now. Show charge info. And then Mjolnir or Scourge Rage Rocket. Show charge info. Yeah, so Javelin has double the speed of the Rage, so that is also contributing to us being able to hit all the time. These missiles go so fast, it looks like I'm shooting on them almost, like as if I was shooting some kind of gun on them. Look at that. It took us longer than 5 minutes to complete that room right there. 6 minutes almost. Really bad time, really bad time. see what we get here. Ephialtes cruisers. Okay, these guys should be good for using the Rage Rockets. I think so. Entanglers. Oh, we're going to want to take out first, at least. Go for this cash. Is he going to get in range, this Ephialtes? I think so. Okay, now I think we're able to do some decent damage, yeah. That's good to see, that's good to see. I guess Ephialtes at least is alright. Oh, never mind, he decides to go out of range. Oh, he's out of range now, 13 kilometers. Popped. Taking a bit of damage, but not that much, and we're not even using our shield booster right here. Yeah, this is very smooth right here, very, very smooth. So I guess we sort of learnt our lesson then, or learnt a new tactic, is that for the Damavik, annoying Damavik waves, where there's problems with applicability, 5 million, use the Javelin missiles, especially with the Velas, because the Velas, I think they're a little bit faster than the normal ones, because I didn't have as much issue with the normal Damaviks compared to the Velas. It's interesting stuff I'm learning right here that I never would have expected before. This is why it's so important to test your fits. In this case, I'm testing on Tranquility, because it's just a cheap fit. I don't worry if I lose it, but like, if this meant a lot to you,
The module has run out of charges.
or at least this price point, test it on the test server, that's better. I know it sounds like you're being a coward, but it's the smarter choice. So you don't lose a bunch of ISK testing out your ships. But I think the Cinnabar wave will be easy as well, because I actually encountered the Cinnabar wave in T2 Exotic, and there I was actually able to tank it pretty well. Like, I was not that bad at tanking, and I think that it'll be actually in some way easy now against the Sancha wave, because the Sancha wave, what initially I had was like keeping a good range, but here I'll be very fast and I'll be able to like sort of orbit really nice speed. Plus, their tracking is going to be really bad. So I think it'll be a really smooth ride for the Sancha cruisers, actually. Hopefully. Is the plan. There we go. Another T2 Dark done in a hybrid rocket hawk that is super dirt cheap. Very smooth, very smooth. Learned lesson that when it comes to very quick Damavik waves, it can actually be a legitimate option to use the Javelin missiles just because of their increased speed. It's able to keep up with them, because it's just so frustrating seeing your missiles not able to hit your targets because they're too slow. They're outrunning your actual missiles. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with this. I'll probably do more testing in the future, but I'm very, very happy actually how this turns out, because I mean, you've got a lot more DPS than light missiles, so it's not like in battleship waves you're still going to be a bit quicker than someone with light missiles, because you'll be able to do a lot more damage up close. Maybe it'll take a bit of time for you to get in range of the rockets, but my main issue with the rocket hawks is that for solo style they're very slow in terms of battleship waves. Rockets not really got that issue. In Darks it'll be nice because you can get to the enemies also pretty quickly as well. So that's it for now. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you guys learned something new. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe. I'll catch you guys later.